Welcome. I'm just going to give it a second so I can find that I'm on here, but I'd like to say hello. And if you're watching me live or on the replay of YouTube, make sure you say hello and type in replay. And I'm always happy to hear comments or feedback. But let me see if I can find myself on the page, make sure I'm actually live. Oh, there we go. Awesome. So yes, if you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me see if I can. I like to see comments. Sometimes I can't always see them. So let's see here. Oh, that don't do anything. Okay. Oh, maybe I'm pushed on the wrong thing. There we go. Maybe that will do it. Okay. Hi, Donna. Good morning. So, I'd like to welcome you to my, it's Kelly Stamps, my page, or Stamping with Kelly, my group page. But today I am working with the Abundant Beauty Decorative Mask. And I kind of debated about getting these, but I'm really glad I did because I love sunflowers, first of all, and I hope you do too. But you can make, I think you could almost really use whatever color you want. I think of sunflowers when I see this. But I'm also using this So Sincere stamp set. Absolutely love it. If you want something that is kind of has a little bit of everything, this is great. I don't know. It's really a good set. So, but okay. I am Kelly A.G. from Atlanta, Michigan, up north. And of course, my blog and my group page is Stamp with Kelly. So you can always join that or whatever. I haven't really been on my blog lately, but anywho, I try. So, but okay. So this is the card I'm making, and I'm doing something different today because normally I do 3 projects, but I'm just going to do this one. And I got a couple other little things to show you, but I kind of wanted to just take like my time and show you how to do this. And what I'm going to do this time is normally I have the 3 cards or 3 projects, and if you do purchase anything over $40, I would send you the product to make those 3 projects. But what I'm going to do this time is normally with a $50 order, and if you use my host code, I send you a card and a pack of embellishments. So that's what I'm going to offer from now till next Wednesday. So I will make another card just for you, the same card like this. If you do decide to purchase something for $50, just make sure you don't do the no contact, because then I don't know, who you are. I did have a couple people do that, and I had no way of getting a hold of them or sending them anything. So, hi Cheryl. So, okay, we will get started. I just got a few little tips to do that. So I'll work on that in a second, but I kind of wanted to show you the other masks. So the one is to make the sunflowers. There's 4 of them to do that. But there's one that makes the snowflakes. Okay, and I think I did it on white, and I actually embossed with and I think it's still current. I'm not even 100% sure, but it's like a snowflake embossing folder. So that is really cool. But I think if I did this, I used Misty Moonlight ink, and sponged it on there. And I think if I would have used the Misty Moonlight paper and the ink and then ran it through, it'd be really sharp. So I had ordered a bunch of Misty Moonlight cardstock because I'm totally out. So I can't show you how to do that, but that's what I would do with that. I think that'd be really cool. Or pool party, balmy blue, whatever. And then you got the one that it's got the leaves, the acorns. So I just used some different colors and laid that down. I'm not sure which way I had it. Like that. And I just sponged each of these separate. Now, this would be the same thing. You could use tone on tone, like on the cardstock if you didn't want to do all the different colors. And then this is the, I believe this is the herringbone design. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I think it is. And I just did that in the early espresso just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like, okay? And then on here, because this card's going to kind of take a little bit longer, that's why I wanted to take my time and show you how to use the mask. But I actually had fussy cut the one set of the sunflowers out. Very easy to cut. So I actually, on my card, I cut out the 2 smaller ones. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to do these splatters, okay? And then kind of, this is just one color to give you the leave, to go darker to lighter. So I'm going to kind of show you how to do that. And then I got the So Thankful for You. Your kindness is so appreciated. I think that's really nice. I just love that saying. So what I have here to start with is, let me see, let me find the right paper. I have, this is, I always flip this over to the wrong side, so let's do this. This is, I believe, 3 3/4 by 5. So I have 2 of these, okay? And what I'm going to do is just line them up on my grid paper, and I'm just going to kind of draw a couple spots with my pencil, just to know where I line it up, and then I have it on this paper. So this way, I could tape this down, but really there's kind of no reason to, at least I don't find. And then with the 4 mask, this has the number 1 on it, and you see how it's got the little notch. So what I'm going to do is just kind of lay this how I want it, okay? And I'm going to just go through and draw this little notch. So I know exactly where to put it. And I'm actually going to draw a line down here just to outline it. But that little notch will pretty much take care of where you need it to be, okay? So we're going to start with number 1, and I'm actually going to do 2 of them so I can cut a couple out. So what I'm using is Daffodil Delight. I'm going with the lightest color. Now I've seen actually some people use darker colors to lighter colors. I find this easier to just do the lighter color. Now I could also, if you have the tape that is that peels off, which I don't have, but when I did this earlier, I didn't even worry about any of this, but I will put down my little post-it notes in case it moves, okay? But my Daffodil Delight is the old pad yet, so I don't really even need to do that to go off with it, but you could if you wanted to. So I'm just going to work and kind of do, I like the color kind of bright, darker, so, but if you want it pale, you can also do, you know, lighter. You just have to kind of play around with it and figure out what works good for you. Okay. This is actually kind of fun. So, I do have the mask from the annual catalog as well, but I haven't really played around with them. For backgrounds, I think they're great, but I think to do this flower is really awesome. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now, because I got this color and I'm just kind of doing, I actually just took in, I'm going to do this again because I got the yellow on it. So, but I took and did my colors. Oops, there's my dog right behind me. I must have scared him. But I took and did my colors without taping this down, and I went back and just went over. But you want to be kind of careful once I use the orange, so like it doesn't pick up the yellow that's on the mask already. So How many have done the mask before? I don't know if you've got this one or do you have this mask already? I think it's missed in the book, so, or overlooked. I'm using the blending brush for some of these and then my little sponge daubers for the other. Okay, so what I'm going to do while I have this here is I'm going to close up my Daffodil Delight and I'm going to go to my pumpkin pie. You know, I don't know if you guys remember, but so I'm using my little dauber for this because I feel like I have a little more control of how far I want to go out. But I couldn't find my pecan pie ink pad for the life of me, but I don't think I've ordered it because I can't find it anywhere. So I think I need to get that. I don't know how I could have missed that, but guess it happened. So see how I'm just kind of going, working actually in the middle here where it's the mask. Okay, so I'm just doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back to my other paper. Isn't that cool so far? And I'll show you, I took and blended it yet, so stay with me, okay? You just want to make sure that with my lines that I can kind of line this up. And you can kind of move your mask around a little bit, okay? So, and if you want more, you can go out further and go brighter. I love sunflowers. Okay, so I got that. So I'm going to close my orange. So Cheryl, you're going to have to get this. Donna, I don't know if you have it yet or not, but I'm going to go back. This is crushed curry, an old pad again. So what I'm doing is just kind of picking this up, and hopefully I don't get too much of the orange, but I'm just kind of blending that. I'm going to try to stay off that center circle thing. But if you do, it's not that it's that big of a deal. So just lightly, don't have to do a lot, but I'm just trying to get that, the two, or actually like the three colors to blend. Okay, so we're kind of working with both of these. So, yep, if you've taken, anyone who comments or shares my video and likes it or gives me a heart or whatever, then next week I will do a drawing to send out this card. So you don't even, you know, if you order, you automatically get one, but if you share my video and like it and stuff, then I will put your name in a little drawing. Okay. I'm sure I'm picking up some of that orange on my thing, but that's okay. You can clean them. So we're done with those. So now I'm going to take this mask off. And how I clean this is I just take and use a baby wipe it down, and then dry it with a towel. That's all I do, okay? So the next thing, I got the number 2. Oops, I dropped my pencil. This is number 2, and I'm not even going to put this down because I'm just randomly, oops, knocking everything over here, but I randomly use just the big leaf. But if you were going to do this, you would just line this straight up like that, and then your leaves would be here. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use my mossy metal, and I'm just going to randomly place the big leaf. And what I did is I just kind of started dark and just faded it lighter, okay? That one's not going to be quite as much because it's off the paper. So if you want that to line up, you could. Okay, so we got 2, and let's do the third one right there. This one I'm going to do dark because there's not much. So is this something that you guys think you would like to do? Oh, it's on back order right now too? Gosh, I didn't see that. I've been kind of watching the back order list and I hardly could keep up. But the stuff will come back in, so you just got to be patient. Okay, so there's that one. I have to show you guys, I was working on my little pillow gifts. This is for the retreat. I made a little box, and I'm not going to tell you what's inside, but I'm very proud because I got the box to fit what I was putting inside the first time. So now if my other boxes will go the correct way, that will be wonderful, but sometimes I get lucky on the first time and put it together nice, and it's like, then, you know, after that, it's history. So, okay, I'm going to go and do this one a little bit darker on top and try to fade it so it's lighter. Okay, cool. That is very cool. All right, so we're done with the second one. Now I'm going to show you how to do the third. So that was Mossy Meadow, and then the last thing was, so I'm using the number 3, so I'm going to line my paper up here. So as you can see, I don't got something lined up right here. So I'm just going to take and line this up the best I can. Now you will kind of go over your color a little bit, but it'll be fine. So what I'm going to try to do is go with this to get one side a little bit darker. Now actually a sponge dauber would probably be easier with this. I'm going to just kind of go all over and then work one side a little bit darker. Kind of gives it a little shadow or contrast. Okay. So you're thinking, oh, okay, you know, and you could actually leave it like that if you wanted to. So let me go ahead and do the other one. And I'm just going to set this on here. I think it's kind of important to get your notches correct for the first, well, I guess the first one, the second if you want for the leaves to be where you want them, like they have it for you. And the third and the fourth mask is just a matter of layering it, so. Okay, just to try to get that darker right there. Okay, so that is the third one. So the fourth one, let's see, we'll probably try to line that up a little bit. I know where my lines are here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see, I'm off a little bit. Oh well, okay, so I can put this in here. You just want to make sure you got it in the right spot, okay? So you're not getting too much on your flower. Okay, I think we're good there. So this one I'm going to really work the color in there. Want it nice and dark. So when I worked with this yesterday, when I did that, the third, I want to call it a stencil, it's a mask. I actually did crumb cake for the third one, but I could hardly tell the difference. So see how that looks? Isn't that really cool? And you know what, when I did this one, or whatever one I'm not using for the front, I really didn't need to do the leaves, but I did, so, because I'm only using the flowers. I'll say, I'm just gonna lay that back on there like I did the last time. Okay, so we're gonna go kind of dark again. So you could do, like, say if you wanted different colors, you know, you just would try to get stuff that kind of like matches, like, oh, like I'm thinking Melon Mambo and like another pink or a reddish color, but so kind of, you know, you use a couple different tones. Okay, so I think that is good. So what do you guys think? Do you think you could do this? I think you could. So what I'm going to try to do now, I'm going to take this out of here. And you see how I did these little specks? I am going to do that here. So what I took is, I mean, you could use Early Express or whatever. I got the SU300 color. So I took my wide end, the one for the real fine, but I took just my cap and kind of splattered it, okay? Now you gotta be careful because it does splatter. And I did do my, I also splattered when I did this, but I think I'm gonna leave that plain. Now the other thing I may do, because I wanted a little more color, is I think yesterday when I did this, I actually added a little bit of the mossy metal like this, and I'm going to do that again. Just on the outline of it, and not real dark. Now, in the catalog as well, this, they ran through an embossing folder when they were done. And I don't have this embossing folder yet. I'm not even sure what it's called, but you could do that to give it a lot of texture. I think it is the Distress Tile 3D, that's what it looks like. And that would be really cool. And oh, I don't know, is this the snowflake one that I used? Gosh, I almost think it is. So I probably just, that's probably current, the Snowflake Sky 3D. So, but they use this one, so this is on page 47 if you want to look in your book, okay? That would be really cool too. So now what I'm going to do is take and fussy cut these two flowers out real quick. I suppose I could do the leaf too, if you want some dimension. Let me get rid of this. So you want to leave just a little white around there, and kind of let your scissors just, you know, like you don't want to be chopping up and down. So just move your paper. How many like to fussy cut? My kids didn't even know what that meant when I told them. But I kind of enjoyed it. It's kind of like coloring and all that other fun stuff. So it's really actually quite easy to cut this out. But I kind of like the way that it made it pop and look finished. And you have to have the right scissors when you fussy cut. If you don't have the right scissors, I've seen some people try to fussy cut with these big old sewing scissors, and it's like next to impossible. So our little paper snips are well worth the money. Nice and sharp. Okay. Just going to kind of clean this up a little bit more. See, isn't that cool? I'm going to cut this one out too. I always have this done for you, and I thought, you know what, today I'm going to show you. It's easy to cut these out, and I'm not doing 3 cards, so we should be good. So does anybody got any questions about using the mask, or do you think you're going to try to get them, or do you even like the sunflowers? I think it's kind of cool because even with the herringbone design, like you could do the outside or you could do it with the background. Like, for instance, if you wanted to, you know, add like a little bit on the back for like a piece on the back, because I'm just going to do a white, but you actually could kind of do the edge of that and add it. There's lots of things you can do. So, and if you do this, please share. I'd love to see what you do. You might have to share to my group, so let me just get rid of some of this. Because I'm not sure my page will let you do that, but you can share to Stampin' with Kelly, because I'd love to see what you're doing. So, okay, almost done, guys. This reminds me too, the color it's really starting to kind of turn up here, and it is beautiful. Yesterday I walked and it was absolutely gorgeous. It was almost kind of hot when I was in where there was like no breeze, all the trees and stuff. So it was nice though, it felt good. I'm not ready for cold weather. Okay, let's get this out of here. And definitely save the big flower. So, okay. So what I have to finish the card is I had stamped the So Thankful for You, and I used the Nestled Essential dies for this. So this is the first time I'm using this shape, and I really like it. So I know I'll be using it more. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's look at the inside. So my base is mossy metal, which I forgot my bone folder. So, and let's see, I got this piece here. So this is 3/4 by 5, 3 3/4 by 5, and then I got one that is 4 7/8 by 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. All these measurements are confusing, right? But see how just doing that little bit of green on the outside kind of makes that pop away from the white. So I really like that. Depends on how fussy it is. True, some's worse than others, but this is actually pretty easy. So let's go ahead and add that to the white piece. So what do you guys think? Do you like the little green sponged around it better than just plain white? I think I definitely do. Okay, oops, I got glue on me again. All right. Okay, there we go. There's that. So what I'm going to do now, let's get the glue off my fingers first. Find what I, oh, here we go. So say, find what I did with my sentiment. Now I did not pop this up because I wanted the flowers to be popped up, okay? So we're just going to glue this as well. And I stamped it in the Early Espresso. And I'm just going to kind of put it in the center. I guess it's over this way a little bit, but because when I pop this up, okay. And you can kind of off-center that a little bit. I don't have it right on top of that, but and I know you're thinking, why did you cover it up? But sometimes it's nice to do that to give it that like 3D, I guess. So, all right. I guess I'll put that like right there. Okay. And then I did a little bow that is, it's a double, okay? And I'm just going to add that with my glue dot. I actually was going to wrap the twine around, but I didn't, so I'm just going to stick it right there. I thought about putting some embellishments on, but I don't think it needs it. With the specs, I don't think it needs it at all. So for the inside, let me stamp that saying. And let's see, I think it's this one. I didn't put the label on it yet. And it just says that you are, let's see, your kindness is so appreciative. Let's see, appreciative. I can't even talk today. Okay. There we go. And what I'm going to do, since I did it with the other one, I'm going to just go ahead and sponge. And you could, if you want to cut out the big flower, which I have one already cut out. When I first started doing Stampin' Up, I sponged it seemed like everything. And then I kind of got away from it, but I actually really like it sponged. Kind of looks distressed a little bit. And so just really a simple card, but beautiful. Okay, so there's that. And let's see, where is my big sunflower? Right here. And I wouldn't add that to the front myself, but you know what? Let's see. Since I want to write, I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we add it here to this side? Somewhere in there? Yes or no? Do you think we should add this sunflower to this side? I don't think I really want to put it here unless I maybe cut some of that off, but I already glued that in. So thoughts, or I mean, we could put it here, I guess. Which side, left or right? Yes to this side or this side? Guys, let me know. And I think it looks fine here on this side. So this side here, want to put it here? I think we will. I think we'll put it here. But you could, like if I would have that, I would have taken just put half of it and then just took and glued that, like cut it off. But since I didn't do that, we're going to put the whole thing here. Let's get it so it looks like it's the right way. There. Okay. All right. I hope you guys like this, you know, video to kind of maybe show you how to use the mask. Yeah, I don't know. Beautiful card. So, and I think I like the sentiment without the spots on it, because sometimes when you're doing that with the blends, it's kind of hard to control how much you're getting out, because once it starts, then it really, you know, seems like it wants to splatter. So, okay, there's our card for today. And like I said, if you know, like, comment, and share, I really appreciate it. And I will do a drawing next week to send this out, okay? Thank you for joining me today, and I will be back next Thursday. I have a full day on Tuesday, and I'll be gone, and I know I won't have time to play, so I'll be back on Thursday at 10. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.